I'm all kinds of excited this morning because we're heading off to do one of my favorite treks in the whole US Southwest. We're heading to Havasu Falls. Let's hit the road. We made it to the trailhead to Havasu Falls and I'm so excited. I'm sure maybe you've seen videos from here, maybe even one of my videos from here, but this place is unreal. This is the start of the trail right here and we're going all the way down there. It's a massive decline to start to the bottom of this canyon. I think it's like almost 2,000 feet drop or like 1,500 feet drop to the village of Supai. It's 8 miles to the village, 9 miles in total. And it's a pretty epic hike. Now, I have packed more for this hike than I've ever packed before doing this. And now this is my third or fourth time doing this hike. And usually I'm way underpacked because I usually only spend one night, but this time we're spending 2 nights. We have tons of food, cooking stoves, tents, and I'm kind of packing for 2 people because I've got my big bag there. Jody's got her little hiking bag there. And I guess let's start. I'm so excited. We're like halfway down and doing quite well. My legs are starting to shake from the heavy bag, but we're almost all the way down. And this is a really cool trail for so many different reasons. The village that's in there, Supai, is a native reservation, and it's actually the last town in all of the US that still gets its mail by donkey cart or donkey train. So there's donkey trains that are constantly going in and out of the valley throughout the day, delivering food and mail and all sorts of things. And I absolutely love being on the trail because the horse carts coming by and just the atmosphere is kind of like a bit of Wild Wild West, and I love it. Of course, it's not just the donkey carts anymore. Lots of supplies are getting whipped in and out of the valley through the helicopter. And if you're a tourist, you don't actually have to do the 9-mile hike. And I probably shouldn't tell people that or more people are gonna come. You can take a helicopter from the top that gets you here. There's even like a hotel on the inside. So you don't need to hike or take the donkey. You can also fly. You can also take the helicopter. I'm sure you could even probably rent a donkey and go down donkey if you wanted. We're about 2 miles in and just at the start of the slot canyon here. It's not like a really narrow slot canyon, but it is really beautiful. It's almost lunchtime already. I guess it is lunchtime because we're having lunch. We're just gonna hold up on this rock and have a bit of a picnic. Refueled and now we get to go through the slot canyon. And the best part about eating when you're hiking is that you have a little bit less weight in your bag. This is something we haven't seen in 7 miles, water. We've just come to like the canyon that leads towards the village of Supai. It's like a mile walk more, and it's amazing to see how the water just changes the environment. Haven't really seen a lot of trees, haven't seen a lot of vegetation at all, and here it's like a little forest surrounding this water, and that water is so clear. Just passed quickly through the town of Supai, and now I got like, I think it's another mile until Havasu Falls, and you have along this walk as well a lot of other waterfalls. There's 3 or 4 other waterfalls as you go, but I think we're just gonna whip past them, get camp set up. and we have a whole extra day tomorrow to explore. So today's plan, get to Havasu Falls, set up the tent, and then get shooting some pictures. One of my favorite things about Havasu Falls, beyond the fact that if you come in January, you have it all to yourself, beyond the fact that it's blue and beautiful and just absolutely stunning, is that it's got such drama. When you come to the falls, you walk down the trail, you've been walking for almost 10 miles, and you're in the canyon and you can start to hear the falls. But you don't see it until you get to this point that is up here, I think, and then you can see it for the first time, or your fourth time, or your fifth time, and no matter how many times you see it, it's always just unbelievable. And it is right... I went to the wrong viewpoint. Okay, so I guess even if you've seen it 3 or 4 times, sometimes you still forget where the viewpoint is. It is coming up around this bend though, and we'll get our first sight at it right around this corner. Woo! Look at that! Unbelievable! Woo! Amazing, just ridiculous, ridiculous, ridiculous. I think my favorite thing about the falls is that there's actually a picnic table right in the water back there. So a couple bits of bad news here when we got to Havasu Falls. The first is that Jody has a nasty, nasty blizzard. I said that wrong in the first take too. Blizzards are delicious ice cream from Dairy Queen. What Jody has is a blister. Blisters suck, and she's got a nasty one that kind of really came up about halfway through the hike, but she forced her way through, and proud of her. The other bad news is out of nowhere, we had like really cool light, and then it's kind of hazed over, and it's almost like this weird hazy overcast, and the light's so-so. The other bad news is I read the moon calendar wrong. I thought that what was gonna happen today after sunset, just after sunset, is that the moon was gonna rise right back that way and light up the waterfall, and then I'd still have stars in the sky. I thought that was gonna be perfect, but apparently the moon's rising exactly in the opposite spot. And so, yeah, it's not gonna work for my star photography today at least. But the good news is, Havasu Falls is right there. We're gonna walk down right now and get a shot. Since we don't have a ton of time, and since we do have all day tomorrow, my plan today isn't necessarily to get a really cool shot. I mean, it would be great if I did, but the goal is to find a really cool composition to shoot for sunrise when hopefully the light is better. So I'm gonna explore a little, maybe get my feet wet a little bit, and hopefully come up with a cool composition and photo to shoot, if not tonight, tomorrow morning. As soon as we got here, I saw a shot that I think might be really cool, but it might take some work. I think I can walk through the water, get all the way across over there, and then down to the other side of this river. There's like a waterfall there, and I think it should lead into this waterfall. Not totally 100% sure, but I'm gonna make the effort. First, I'm gonna scout it out. I'm gonna ditch all my gear, drop the shoes off, and go. So fingers crossed, wish me luck. Two bits of good news. One is I'm not in my hiking shoes. Back to my own self in bare feet. I absolutely love just roaming around bare feet. I hate hiking shoes. The other bit of good news is I managed to get all the way over to where I wanted to shoot, which is, if I'll flip the camera around, there's a little platform right there, because that gives you like a perspective of these steps of waterfalls into Havasu, and I love that. The bad news is The light is beyond horrendous. The light is just bleh. I ditched the gimbal and camera with Jody because I'm a little bit nervous about this crossing. A little bit sketchy. I almost fell in the first time and I have $5,000 worth of camera gear on my back. Bad enough. But I'm gonna walk across, set up, and hope this lights up. And more importantly, I hope I don't fall in. Made it! Sorry for the loud noise at the waterfall, but I don't have my mic because Jody ran off. It's already dark here. I didn't get the photo I wanted, but I think I found a cool location for tomorrow. I don't think I've had light that bad in like a year. That light was just the worst possible light for this situation. Hopefully it's better tomorrow. Have a whole day here. The plan is sunrise at Havasu, sunset at Mooney, and hopefully some star photography as well. I'll see you guys there. Peace.